That's right, yes, and this is what will really worry the authorities, because it's one thing when violence flares in city centres or at transport hubs, very difficult to police, of course, at times, but when there's trouble and scenes of the kind that we're witnessing tonight inside a ground, then UEFA, European Football's governing body, really does have some serious questions to answer. I'm actually speaking to you now from inside the stadium, the Stade Velodrome. I'm right next to the stand, in fact, in which those, what appeared to be some kind of stampede occurred just before the end of the match. Now, my experience of it was that I heard a loud bang, there were a couple of players went off, and then suddenly there was a large rush of Russian fans towards the English fans who were towards the right-hand side of the stand behind one of the goals. There was very little segregation or attempt to keep the two sets of supporters apart, and that meant that when the Russian fans ran towards the English, many of the English fans tried to escape. They panicked by the looks of it and tried to jump over a metal perimeter fence running up the side of the stand, which at its highest point is some 30 feet above the ground. And you can imagine how dangerous that could have been. I've heard reports of some women and children being caught up in that and being injured. Riot police, I saw a heavy line of riot police just outside the pitch area in the concourse surrounding the stadium in case the two sets of fans got together again. But if that rush was in some way triggered by that loud bang that we heard towards the end of the game, if that was some kind of flare or a stun grenade, the question is, how did that get inside the stadium? And why was there not better segregation, which may have prevented this from happening? From what I can see, there weren't any serious injuries caused by it, but of course, whenever there is some kind of rush like that, and it is a rare sight, one thinks of some of the trouble that we've seen over the years in stadia, and I think that's what will make this being viewed with such seriousness. I've just spoken to one of the senior FA security personnel who told me that he's been trying to keep England safe in 9 major tournaments and has never seen anything like it inside a stadium in that time. So clearly this is something which will be of great concern to UEFA and to the French authorities as well. Well, I think in every other part of the stadium tonight, segregation was pretty effective. For whatever reason, in the stand that I'm referring to, there was very limited segregation. It was merely a case of some tarpaulin being spread over a dividing line of seats, so 4 or 5 seats running up the middle of the stand from the bottom to the top, designating which was the English and Russian sections, but very little personnel to keep them apart. Now, they may have felt that the more high-risk fans were in different parts of the stadium and kept apart more effectively there, but clearly they underestimated the potential for there to be trouble. And as you said, this is now the 3rd night of trouble here in Marseille. This is meant to be a celebration of this tournament. England's fans' reputations have improved significantly, it has to be said, over the years. Banning orders have been brought in and they've proved effective. It used to be called the English disease, didn't it? But clearly the sight that we've seen in Marseille over the last few days won't help improve that. Now, to be clear, what happened inside the stadium tonight appears to have had very little to do, or was not the fault of the English fans, it's the other way around. And from what we gather in the last 24 hours, it's Russian fans as much as English, if not more, that have been the aggressors. On Thursday night, England fans were involved in skirmishes with local youths as well. But inevitably, there will be a spotlight on the behaviour of England fans and on the FA, who are ultimately responsible for the behaviour of those fans.